about to go on his Instagram and say that's why you got your bitch fired, bro.
Right.
You a hoe.
I think he's bitter. I think he's actually bitter from all that. Like, I think
you can tell he is.
Yeah, like anybody that go that far. So, now that we're recording, I guess I don't know if I want to read the whole. That was a lot of words.
No, and it was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Stimulus podcast.
Right.
Fuck that nigga.
Isaiah Washington.
Fuck Isaiah Washington.
I need ass. Oh, I know exactly. That's why I brought that song up though, because I was thinking about like what can I play in light, because I just heard about that like today. I'm like,
that nigga's a coon, bro. He like fucking Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, like and then he was using all the. Okay, so like welcome to episode 16 of the Stimulus podcast. Thank y'all for tuning back in. We was like going over the topics, and this one is like super. I just found out about this one actually today. It's kind of like a wild card topic, but Isaiah Washington. If anybody watches or watched Grey's Anatomy, I think they're still going actually. But Grey's
his ass ain't gonna be on there though.
Yeah, what you won't see if you watch is Isaiah Washington. And he was but in the first 2 seasons, I think. I forgot his name. He's a doctor in there, black dude. And he got fired. This is like kind of well known, but he got fired because he said he called one of the gay actors in the cast faggot. And just in light of him in general, we got a little look at the coons backing track because he been doing some cooning here lately.
Man,
some pretty strong cooning too.
That nigga's Sean the Coonery.
Right, Sean Coonery.
That nigga hella coonish.
But he made I'm gonna bring this down because I think sometimes the music be too loud. But
my thing is, man, like, how could you be so self-righteous? Like, nigga, who are you? What?
Right. So let me see. I want to share the post too, so I'm gonna stop the sharing. But he made a Instagram post. I don't even know what made him post it, but he made an Instagram post and it was super long. I just read it all off before we were recording. But it's like several paragraphs worth of stereotypes, basically black stereotypes.
Crazy, bro.
And it's saying black people, y'all might as well, or not black people, but basically black people,
basically.
Might as well sit out this election because it's gonna be a landslide. Talking about, he called Kamala Harris a hoe, like he said Kamala Ho Harris. But
the shit is crazy though to me is like he talking all this shit about black people, how we ignorant, how we this and that. Nigga, look at your fucking look at your status. Like, look at this shit. Yeah. Look at what you wrote. Like, you don't sound no different from. You don't sound intelligent, nigga. You sound like a fucking coon.
So I'm gonna read a little bit just so y'all know if y'all haven't seen it already or heard about it, what we're talking about. So this is he posted a picture of Joe Biden that had the kind of like a meme that said, every time I open my mouth, a new Trump voter is born, right next to a picture of Joe Biden, as if like Joe Biden is saying every time he opens his mouth, a new Trump voter is born. Which is Joe Biden do be saying some stupid stuff. He was like,
do, man.
He did say like, if you don't vote for me, if you having trouble making your mind up between me and Trump, you ain't black. That's what he said. But he
didn't, bro.
You didn't know that? He said that.
No, he didn't, bro. Stop that.
He said that. You didn't know that?
No.
He said that it was Charlamagne did like an exclusive interview with him, like a 1-on-1, and like at the end of it, he was just kind of like joking, like, listen, we've done this and we've made this, these changes and everything. At the end of the day, if you're having trouble, deciding, you ain't black.
Oh man, what the fuck is wrong with these white people, bro?
I gotta show you this because I didn't know.
What made him think that would be okay to say? Like, nigga,
he was with Obama. He was with Obama all them years.
That don't mean y'all don't make him black. Like, nigga, you can't say certain shit, nigga. You ain't getting no pass from me.
You can't tell him that. That's Joe Biden. That's
Joe Biden. He gonna get the slick slapped off him. Like, you keep talking like that, nigga.
Let me see, Joe Biden.
Slick Joe gonna get his ass beat and not be president. Like, nigga, you can't. Like, what? Like,
here we go, right here. We got an ad, but yeah, he it was like this. What this is May of I guess it was May of this year. Let me see.
I'm finna turn this nigga Isaiah Washington.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my.
So that was the quote. If you have a problem, decide between me and Trump, you ain't black.
But what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, nigga, okay, black people ain't the ones voting. Like, niggas are stupid, bro. Like,
and like, who are you? Like, the whole thing is like, who are you to be telling anybody who's
ain't black?
Like, yeah, like, nigga, you ain't black.
That's exactly how I felt when you said that shit to me. I'm like, I can't believe this nigga Joe Biden would go and say some cool ass shit like that. Like, nigga, what? Like, you not black, so you can't tell other black people that they not black. You not black, nigga. Like, hold on. Let us check the unblack niggas. Let us do that. Let us deal with the traitors in our own community and shit like that. You just be the white front man for the black people, if that's what you want to be. But don't speak on and don't speak for us. Like, nigga, no. Like, I ain't not fucking with y'all. I ain't fucking with no presidential candidate. The only candidate I really was fucking with was Bernie, until he was kind of on some sexist shit kind of with that lady. And I was kind of like, it was some shit where he got caught up. She had went to his booth like during the debate, and she was basically talking to him about the shit that he had said behind her back. And I was like, damn, Bernie. I was like, why you get caught up with this bullshit, man?
I didn't even hear it. I've never heard that story.
Yeah, it was like it was the last election, I believe, and he was it was him and some other lady. She was running for president, and he had said some shit to her or some shit about her to somebody else, and they went back and ran and told her, and she confronted him. But I'm finna troll this nigga. Stimuli. I don't know what we call our people, but I'm finna.
Oh, I was thinking about that. I was trying to come up with
cells. Let's call them.
That's exactly what I told you. Me and you got this like weird thing. I was literally that's the one I was about to say.
Yeah, man.
That's what I came with.
That's confirmation, then, bro. We do be syncing up a lot.
But yeah. So all that being said about Joe Biden and everything. Oh, yeah, and I was pro Bernie. I liked Bernie a lot.
Me too.
Especially like knowing that like even in the old black and white photos, he's out there with like all the black people. Like he'd been on that.
But that nigga was sitting down, like locked up. Like nigga,
he been on that.
Yeah, he been on it. So that's why I like Bernie. It's because like niggas can talk all day about how they are for a certain sect of people, or you know what I'm saying, a certain group of people. But when you got history, when you got niggas, old niggas like my, granddaddy's friends, or you know what I'm saying, people like that, like yeah, I saw Bernie, he was out there with me, we was shacking together, you know what I'm saying, shit like that makes you feel different about a person. Like
he was doing it when it wasn't trendy and it wasn't like a no Instagram to be on, no like
when they was calling them nigger lovers. That's you know what I'm saying, he was doing that shit back then when niggas was talking like that, talking
and real. Honestly, I think he got a lot of black people on the side when like people realized that he'd been out here for like that long doing that, like since the 60s.
What is this nigga's Instagram name? I gotta know. I'm about to
Isaiah Washington.
Yeah.
It says the real Isaiah Washington. And he's verified, so you can find a little check mark one.
I'm about to fucking troll this nigga. I'm sorry.
Spam his page.
I'm just want to say at the real Isaiah Washington is a coon. I'm gonna say all the shit that he was saying. I'm gonna say he an ignorant, perk popping, don't know who his daddy is,
and don't want to know coon calling, pink vagina hat wearing.
Right.
Like some of the stuff, it didn't even land with me. I don't even know what some of the stuff he was saying meant. Like he said something about like a MSM infected. Like what is that?
MSN.
MSM.
MSM. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I don't either. And he said TDS having. I don't know what that is either. Like
you old. Yeah, but I'm saying, like this nigga act like a fucking teenager. But yeah, we are. But I'm sorry, man. This type of shit.
So to explain to the listeners and the watchers and everything. So Isaiah Washington, he's an actor. He was in the first 2 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. He got fired because he used the F word as in faggot, against the gay cast member. And a lot of people, that's the last thing. I haven't seen him in much other than that. I think he's in P-Valley, a new show now. But so he posted this picture that's on the screen right now if you're watching. I know it's not on. Yeah, it's on there. And he made a long caption. I'm gonna read a little bit of it, not all of it, but to give you the idea of what he was saying. So this is Isaiah Washington saying, "Sorry, but you so-called black people in quotes, BLM Marxist organization ignoring comma, or it's a comma there. I read. I just read it. Um, Obama, the black Jesus loving, white and black feminists following, liberal tears crying, Antifa, useful idiots puppets, no vision having, black Republican hating, no vision having, no reasoning having, hating for no reason, coon calling, no business understanding fools voting for sleepy Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are just as clueless and a waste of hate-filled DNA, just like the bigoted, misogynistic, sexual abusing, racist, sundowning pedophile is. Yeah, and it goes way on, as you can. If y'all watching, you see me scrolling down. It's like it just goes on and on and on and on. I don't know what provoked him to even post this, but I was saying like if we hadn't seen, if we didn't know that it was him saying it, it sounds exactly like some like Trump rally, white supremacist like type stuff.
Right though.
And he's using a
Right.
whole bunch of like he says like stuff like baby mama having and perk popping and too much weed smoking, and it's like it's pretty much a whole bunch of different black stereotypes. And I'm like, don't you know that you black though? Like those are the same stereotypes applied to you by a lot of other people. Like you might try to call us that, but like you black too, nigga.
I just put I Washington is a coon. I tagged this
Okay,
nigga.
yeah. Um, and he at the end of it he used like hashtag I know he had hashtag MAGA, hashtag like something about landslide, like he's saying like black people sit this out because it's gonna be a landslide, y'all voting for Sleepy Joe and Kamala Harris and stuff like that,
And who you voting for, nigga? Grab her by the pussy,
right?
fucking.
Like how do you, I don't understand how you support him, like anybody, let alone black people, but anybody, like
My thing is, how do he feel like he the better candidate when this nigga is fucking mentally retarded? Like,
yeah. Yeah,
literally, like, and then like the nigga is not like the greatest businessman. Like, anytime that you got to get a fucking small loan of $1 million from your father to start a fucking company, nigga, you ain't grind, nigga, you ain't no
right.
fucking worker, nigga, you a fucking trust fund baby that got everything from his daddy and then just want the fucking country. Like, man, if this nigga Isaiah Washington don't get his fucking geriatric fucking
Yeah, I didn't know I know he had got fired from Grayson. I didn't know about this until today. I'm like, what is it like? And then people was talking about Terry Crews and stuff that he been saying about like coon and like trying to redefine coon and stuff like that.
man,
This
this
is
nigga,
way worse than that.
yeah, Terry Crews better just sit down, bro.
Yeah, he been tripping.
Yeah, he better just chill out. He better just calm down.
He
But he
was our
make Flint look bad.
I was about to say he was our one. He was our one of our ones from Flint, one of the
Yeah,
bigger ones.
I
He
heard he
done
was an
been in some
asshole
classics.
anyway, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, cause like he went to Southwestern.
yeah.
And so he was up at Southwestern, signing this shit, and people was talking about he was just being like he wasn't a nice person, like
Hmm.
he wasn't a Terry Crews that you see on the TV and smiling for the white folks and all that. And then
Yeah.
I even heard like Jamie Foxx was talking about this nigga and how he be perping like he really strong and he ain't really that strong like that.
Oh yeah, I did hear that story. He was talking about he was like trying to lift the weight. He's like, I can
Yeah,
do it. I can do it.
yeah,
But Isaiah Washington make Terry Crews look like Malcolm X.
he do, bro. He really do.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think, like I said, I think he's bitter just because of like the way that his career went with that whole Grey's Anatomy thing. Because you definitely get blacklisted for stuff like that, especially nowadays.
Yeah, he do.
Like, like that the gay community. As soon as you say anything, like you just get canceled real easy.
But and
Um,
that's the thing that I like. I don't like, and for our gay sales, this is not an attack on you or anything like that. But it's just
right.
the fact of I don't understand how you know the LGBT community can cancel somebody for going at them and going against them, but then when we get killed and we get, what I'm saying, it's debated whether we can, what I'm
Right.
saying, fight for our right and anything like that. It's debated, but like it's not really heavily debated when, what I'm saying, the LGBT community. And I'm
Yeah.
finna stop saying that shit because that's a lot of shit. I'm just gonna call y'all the
Yeah.
alphabet folks, like what I'm saying, because a lot
Yeah.
of that shit, like I said, like I don't discriminate against nobody, but a lot of things I don't necessarily agree with. But I'm not gonna badger anybody because we all have a life to live ourselves. But
Hmm.
my point is that, man, black lives do matter, bro, and they matter just as much as everybody else. And for this coon to basically kind of like talk bad about us and support basically white power. Like you supporting white
Yeah.
power, but you hoeing us. You know what I'm saying? For the way that we live, and like I mean, a lot of black people are ignorant. They are, but we were basically bred in a system that was meant to keep us ignorant. Like nigga,
Mm-hmm.
we was born from slaves, and they what did they do? They tried to keep us from reading, writing, and all of that shit.
Yeah.
So we come from a system of people trying to keep us back, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? So if a lot of black people are not educated, it's probably not really no fault of their own. A lot of us are just not mentally stable to deal with, you know what I'm saying, school. And then school is a fucking trap anyway, bro. This nigga Isaiah
Yeah.
got me on 10 today, bro.
Yeah. School, yeah. I mean, even down, I do think school is like, it kind of just prepares you to be like another factory worker, another
Exactly.
just another like cookie cutter type of get a job, go to college, go into debt, the whole routine that we've become accustomed to.
Yep. It don't really like school does not fuel us. It fuels what America wants us to be. So, like you said, just individual cutouts of okay, this person gonna be a police officer, this person gonna be a fireman. You know what I'm saying? It's just basically
Mm-hmm.
breeding us to do the jobs that they want us to do, not what we really feel in our spirit that we want to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then like this shit it is really crazy though. But like I feel like all school prepares us for is to be chattel slaves. Cap, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's all school prepares us for is to fit in some type of system. Like, and if we don't fit in the system, then we're not smart, we're ignorant, we're menace to society, all of that shit. Like I just feel
I
like
think,
this shit crazy, bro.
um, yeah, I think it's like, I mean, it's just like a big, like, what they call aptitude tests. Like, we're
Yeah,
like, it's like, okay, you have these things in common, so you probably fit into this slot. And it's like pigeonholing. Like, okay,
yeah,
in a lot of ways. But I think the internet is kind of breaking some of that up because now I think you can achieve a lot of other, like, you can learn a lot of stuff without having like a formal education.
you
You
can.
can like, and even the stuff that I think it's a lot of stuff that's like somewhat useless in that you get taught, like a lot of math, like unless you was like specifically going into like engineering or like architecture where you needed trigonometry and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I don't remember none of that stuff at all. Like I
me
barely
either.
can write in cursive anymore because I don't do it outside of school.
Oh damn.
Like I can do my signature, but
Yeah,
like if I had to write a paragraph in cursive, it'd be messed up. This is just like it's something I don't do. Like,
yeah, yeah.
um, so I think education, like changing that up, like making it make more sense. It's so much stuff that we've just been doing it for so long that we act like it makes sense, but it really don't if you examine it close enough.
You know.
Um,
I
but
remember majority of shit from geometry, but really nothing from trig. But I remember the most useful shit in like algebra 1 and algebra 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
remember that shit, but
yeah, I think like why would I remember something like your brain don't store it in your long term memory if you just never use it? Like you learned it one time, had learned remembered it long enough to like put it out, spit it back out on a test, and then never had to use it again. Why would I still remember that? Like your brain kind of like dumps that information if it's not used.
yeah. And then it's like, why is this so important then when I'm doing it? Like, they like it's like you fail or like you pass or fail if you don't learn this useless shit. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
my
bro.
life, I'm gonna get held back. It's gonna like actually significantly change some of the events of my life if I get held back an extra year, like over a math problem, over like
And niggas gonna
a
think I'm
long
stupid.
yeah, over a long form equation. I'm older than everybody in my class, my class now. Like it's so much that can like ripple effect from that. It just because you didn't know how to do like long division or
It
whatever.
is. Niggas like Isaiah Washington though really fucking throw me for a loop because he talked here and that shit he talked about young people, young black people not respecting the elders. Nigga, do you feel like you deserve respect?
Right.
Like, cause what I was taught, like I was taught to respect my elders. You were taught the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We come from the same family, so we in turn we do that. We respect our elders. but we were taught not to respect people that don't respect us. Like it is
Right.
stupid to respect somebody, show respect, and then you just getting disrespected blatantly to your face. Like no, like nigga, I don't give a fuck how old you are.
I
Cause
did I did that that's how exactly how I be like I come I meet people and I respect them at a certain level just by default, like just
yeah,
as being
yeah,
like a decent reasonable human being. I'm not going to disrespect a random person for no reason. But
right.
as soon as you like kind of cross that line with me, I'm you done open up the gate now,
So
like
right, so they open up that bitch
yeah.
wide open. It's like the first sign of disrespect. It's like, oh, I'm automatically on guard, and I'm like, fuck you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, and I depending on how you come at me after that, I might just verbalize fuck you. Like, I might just be like, shit,
yeah.
you old ass bitch, or you old ass nigga, fuck you. Cause
I,
like
I
that,
I like low key, like I didn't tell nobody off, but like it was a supervisor, like it was a lady. I didn't like to. I definitely wouldn't go the same hardness on a lady as I would a guy.
yeah,
But like it was this supervisor that we had at one of my jobs. I don't work there no more, but and she was just like it was literally her like second to last day. She was actually about to get another job somewhere else. So, but her second to last day, she decided she wanted to, and this is like completely off topic, but she decided she wanted to like kind of be like a hard, like a hard ass, like trying to like crack down on everybody, and she was like, I went to the bathroom, and she like when I came out the bathroom, I just went to the bathroom like normal, came out, and she was like standing out there like as if I was hiding in the bathroom or something, like,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, she was like looking at me kind of like smirking and shaking her head, and I was like, what? And then she didn't say nothing. I'm like, and I just walked off. And then eventually she was like trying to kick everybody off the clock and stuff. Like, y'all ain't doing nothing. Get off the clock. Go ahead and clock out or whatever. And I was just like, she was getting on my nerves like bad at that point. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Like, and then I'm like, what you? So now I'm like talking as I'm like going to get my stuff. I'm like what you expected to do? We only got 5 minutes left anyway. What you expected us to do? Like, and and she like, and I look up and she's like looking at me like smirking still, like shaking her. I'm like, yes. And she was like, I didn't say nothing. And I said, okay, well you looking? Like, like,
You looking
it,
like you want to say something.
yeah, right. Like, I can see you.
Like I hate when people do that, man. I hate when people like they trying to antagonize you, but then they try to act like they're just doing nothing. Like, man, come
yeah,
on. Like you're trying to push my buttons, and I will let you push them, and I'll let you see what happens when them bitches be pushed. But like, don't just try to play me for a fucking fool. Like, come on, because you in a just a tad bit higher. Like you don't mean shit to this company, just like I don't.
yeah,
What the
right.
fuck?
We both working here, man. We both
Yeah,
employees.
right. What the fuck?
Um, yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, Isaiah Washington is basically just like another a male Candace Owens, basically. Like
He's a
black white
male
people.
Stacey Dash.
Yeah, like white people love them because they kind of fit the same ideologies as they're like, oh, this, like I said, like well Candace or Candace Owens. I said like I feel like white people, some of especially the racist white people, is like, oh, this is a black person that gets it. They understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm
and you
finna
give them,
I'm finna just keep trolling this nigga.
he deserve it, man. All the stem cells we got, everybody that that listen, if
Yeah.
look up Isaiah Washington and just what I'm saying, like tell them how you feel
His
about him.
Twitter handle is I Washington.
Okay, I
Um,
Washington.
yeah, and
Wait, on the
I'm
one I'm
out.
on, it's a. Let me see. Is it just I Washington?
Yes, capital
Okay.
I and then Washington.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Get on this page and tell him how y'all feel. Like, you heard, we quoted some of the stuff he's saying, but it goes on and on. But like, yeah, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, he ain't nothing but like you said, Stacey Dash, Candace Owens, just in male form. But like I said, we kind of got off on a different foot this time because we was talking about
Good.
it before we started recording. But thank y'all for coming to episode 16 of the Stimulus Podcast. And if you're watching, I got on the screen already. If y'all want to donate anything to the podcast, find us on Cash App at $ the Stimulus Podcast on Cash App. That's $ the Stimulus Podcast. But I guess we're gonna kind of go back to the regularly scheduled programming and start off with our what's the name our icebreaker and the would you rather we always do. I think eventually we're gonna run out of these boys. We do two each time, but I mean it's a lot of them. It's like 200, so we should be good. I'm sharing my screen. I think.
I
If
just
you use
said
it,
this nigga Isaiah Washington is a dark skinned white supremacist.
yeah, it sounds about right.
I'm just trolling the fuck out this nigga just because he pissed me off.
Oh, have you looked at any comments? Are other people saying stuff like that, like coming at him?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look. I just been holding this nigga.
Just been
I,
focused in the
yeah,
zone.
I ain't even really thought about what other niggas have said. I just been like holding this nigga on my own accord just because I'm upset. I just feel like people are. I just feel like that's so stupid, man. Like if I'm not for some shit that black people do, I'm not gonna label all black people in one lump. Especially like white people do. Like nigga, you sound just like a white person. Like you sound like a
Exactly like one.
racist ass white person.
Exactly like one.
Cause it ain't like white people are unfamiliar to fucking, like I said, babies out of wedlock. It ain't like white people especially are foreign to fucking perks and popping pills. Well, I feel like we
Right.
got that shit from them. Prescription pills and shit.
Definitely like that, like the opioid type stuff. That was definitely
Yeah.
like more white people. Black people ain't
Yeah.
had access to all that.
Right. And then just like a lot of the shit that he was saying, like, nigga, what are you talking about? White bitches be trying to twerk and shit now. Like, what? That's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
white people do is steal from black people, bro. That's all they do. And then they try to fucking chastise us about the shit that we do, but then they kids and grandkids and shit be trying to be like us and shit. Like, nigga, what?
Right. It is black is
Fuck it.
trendy until it's time, until it's like, Black Lives Matter.
Right, right. And then, man, I hate that shit. I hate when white people try to fucking argue Black Lives Matter with all lives matter. Like, bitch, no, we not saying that all lives don't matter. We are just saying that Black lives matter too. You feel me?
Right.
Because for so long, nigga, it felt like Black lives didn't matter. Like, if you look at history, nigga, we got raped and taken from fucking our continent. So how the fuck are we supposed to feel? We feel like Black lives don't matter when we have to fight for fucking equality and we got like just to drink out of the same water fountain as a fucking white person. Like white people
Right.
wasn't being treated like that. And then now all of a sudden when black people say Black lives matter, well, all lives matter. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
You think? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what? Like you think all lives matter, but they don't.
Yeah. It's like we've talked about this too. Like, can you see me right now?
Yeah, I see.
My whole internet browser been froze up for the last like 5 minutes. When
Damn,
I was
like
trying to shit do the would you rather, it's like it froze up.
damn,
But
man. It's like your background is kind of like it's a little fuzzy, but like I see like Apex, but it's like the
okay,
border around it is kind of like. But I mean, ain't no lag and ain't no delay in you. But
that's
I'm
weird.
sorry, sales. Like normally, if y'all been keeping up, I don't act like this. I don't turn up. I may turn up a little bit. You know what I'm
This
saying? But
whole ass nigga.
yeah. But today I'm just on 10 because I guess I'm just so tired of it, man. Like from a little boy, like I've seen racism and I've experienced racism, and I've done the right thing by turning the other cheek. I fought some white people though. I fucked some white people up for I got expelled from pre-K for fighting a white boy for calling Gamma a nigger,
I
and it
think
was like
I heard that story. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like I didn't know at fucking 7, you know what I'm saying, years old, what the fuck, no, 4 years old, what the fuck a nigga was. But your daddy told me, he was like, don't let nobody talk about your mama. He like, don't let nobody talk about your family. And
Yeah.
so in my mind, I'm just thinking that, and I'm like, okay, then next thing I know, the little white boy calling me a nigger, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. We hopping on the bus. Then next thing he know, your mom or your grandma's a nigger. And
Uh.
I just turned around and jumped from the top step onto that nigga. It was just like, and then guess who came to fucking pick me up? Gammer.
Oh
Guess
yeah.
guess what she said to me? Nothing.
She was like, "You right. You right."
Yeah, she ain't said I didn't get in trouble for that shit or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just told her, like I was honest, like I don't know what it means. I was like Ronnie told me not to let nobody talk about y'all,
Right.
and that's what it was.
Um.
But
Yeah. The screen. I'm trying to log in on my phone too to see if I can like at least see something. But let me see. Enter
uh,
Facebook.
uh
But
Get some coals over there. Let me get that torch too. Yep.
Yeah, my
Thank you.
22 minutes.
But yeah, man, I'm finna like I don't know, man. I'm gonna start a smear campaign against the orange one too. Um, seeing us
Yeah, like
got
all
this
our choices is terrible right now.
terrible, bro. Fuck, shut. I can't even think, bro. I can't talk. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Kamala. Fuck definitely fuck the orange one. Fuck the Oompa Loompa. Fuck fuck everybody on this ballot. Like nigga, I'm finna pencil my damn self in on the ballot. Like Vision, Hunter.
I was at the 33-30. Okay.
But it's
Um,
crazy. It's like I ain't never really met no Trump supporters. Like so, like that's stuff. I'm like just trying
I
to
think a lot of
like,
people are closet, like they just kind of like secretly
like
are on that, Trump
yeah.
support him. Um, we got a family member that
No,
he
we
was
don't.
talking. Oh yeah,
Chill
for,
out. Out that
like
nigga.
I don't know if it's still, but
Who
like I
is it?
remember uh
Out him, fam. Please. I'm
I think
playing, but I'm serious though too. Like out that nigga, man.
I think Jamar is a Trump supporter. I mean, like I said, this was I heard him say back when he was running, when Trump was running, he was like, he's a good a businessman. He's like I think he was like kind of vouching for he thinking that Trump would be a good fit as a president. And,
Man, I
and
love
this
my cousin too, dog. That's the thing.
that he was my
That's why,
like
man. That's why it's so hard for me, man.
other than you, he was my favorite cousin. Like growing up, like we used to play video games and stuff. He was a little older, but we all
Yeah.
had the games and stuff.
And
But
Jamar was just cool. Like, he was goofy like us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, like,
and I don't know. Like I said, to be fair, I don't know if that's still how he feels.
how you feel?
Given it,
Yeah.
yeah, that was before he actually became president.
Okay.
Um, so I don't know. That's just to be fair. But I do want to bring us back. We was getting ready to do our icebreaker.
Yeah, man.
So Isaiah Washington got us all the way black right now.
All the way.
The black level is increased.
Man, what?
Um,
Black levels on 100, nigga. I'm like
like
fucking
I picture
Super
that like
Saiyan.
yeah, I picture that little scanner, that little reader, like he's a black level. I've never seen blackness like this.
His blackness is off the chart.
It's out the charts. Impossible. But we gonna get it cracking off with our icebreaker and get into these topics in a minute. But so pick a number between 1 and 200 again.
Let me see. 19.
19. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants?
Ooh,
So have unlimited international first class tickets or
like
never.
first class. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with the tickets. I mean, I
me
know
too.
this is
Cause
yours, but I'm going.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say the tickets too. I mean, cause like I pay for my food already, so,
Right, all the money you gonna save on them flights, you'll pay.
yeah,
You good
yeah,
money. Food ain't nothing.
right. And then first class too. Like we ain't just talking about just regular
Right,
international flights. We talking about first class.
these is big savings.
Right,
I ain't paying for jack.
right.
Give me
These big boy seats where you can
give me a
recline in
hot
them.
towel. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
right. You be relaxed and knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even rolled first class before.
Me either. I only been on the airplane once though, but it wasn't first class.
I've flown twice. We went to Bahamas in 2012, and then in like 2017 I went to Atlanta and we flew. But yeah, I've always been like regular, like I guess coach or whatever. All right, so my turn. I'm gonna pick 37 because I try to pick the most random number I can think of.
Me too. Yeah, I
Would
picked
you?
19 because today was the 19th.
This got a picture to it. Would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse mermaid? What?
Oh, okay. So that, like a horse on top and human at the bottom, and then fish on top
Official.
and human at the.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Uh, I don't know. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
like I don't know either. Like,
okay. So now I'm thinking logically. If I'm a fish on top, I probably can just breathe underwater. I would. I
yeah,
probably. If I'm gonna be ugly, regardless, I'm gonna
right,
go. I'm gonna go with the one with the extra ability.
right, okay. Well, like if you can breathe on like, can you breathe on land too?
Oh, that's a good question. But they do have a torso like a human, so like they have lungs, like regular,
Yeah,
like breathing air. I don't know. I mean, this is yeah, it's a lot of questions.
it
Let me
is.
see. I think the picture is definitely worth 1,000. Okay, yeah. So
Let me get the merman.
yeah, you gonna go with the fish head?
Yeah, because the horse head with the two leg, like, and then the rest of my body, that like that just look weird as fuck.
Yeah,
It would be
three
like
different
awkward
sets.
to walk. Yeah.
Yeah, you. I mean, I'm assuming that you would just walk, like you would just have four arms, like kind of like that Mortal Kombat character.
Oh,
These got like a horse arms up here, human arms down here,
yeah, that's stupid. Let
and you
me get the
probably would just
fucking.
walk on your regular human legs.
Let me get like the merman because I probably look like fucking swamp thing or some shit, or like the that one creature in Scooby Doo.
This the way they drew it though, it looked like you would just be looking up, like your head would just be like pointed this way, like the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know how fish's vision
they
are.
they eyes like they heads don't move, but they eyes move like kind of like owls. Like they got that
Yeah,
360.
so yeah, I would definitely go with that just off of being able to like breathe underwater because like yeah, there's nothing about the top half of a horse that's like that impressive. I guess like I can hoof somebody real hard or something.
Hell yeah, you hit a nigga, it's night
Bow!
night.
Right, and he ain't gonna know which hand's gonna come at
Yeah,
him either.
hit a
I,
nigga
I
like
can
that
reach you with a regular
with the
punch
hook.
or a hoof
All right,
with a horseshoe on
get on your get on all fours and be like, bitch.
it. Oh, dude, like the kickback.
Yeah, little buck.
Yeah. um. Okay, so yeah, pick one more number between 1 and 200.
Let's go with 21
21.
because I'm a savage. But oh yeah, like I'm gonna start a smear campaign for real.
For what Trump
For
and
uh-huh.
Isaiah
And
Washington.
I gotta come up with a design, but my a design for the Trump shirt and shit like that was I'm gonna have like a big ass "Don't make America orange again," and then I'm gonna have like because I've been seeing like this silhouette of this nigga, like his
Uh huh.
head and all that shit. So I'm gonna put that in like the center, and then have like the "Don't" like probably next to his head, and then
Okay.
"Make America orange" underneath this nigga. And
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
I'm gonna put that shit on white shirts. I'm gonna put white shirts with orange text, and then I'm gonna put it on orange shirts with white
white
text.
tech. I like that color combination too, orange and white.
I
Don't
think
make it
I'll make
orange.
I think I'll make some money off that bitch. But more so,
Yeah,
I just want to make a smear campaign. I just want to.
yeah. Donald Trump deserves. He done so much stuff like that. Like if Obama had done anything close to it, he would have been out. They would have they would have wanted to shoot him. Like if
Right,
Obama did anything like say grab him by the pussy or something like that. Like
right. They had to crucify this black ass. Like, oh, Obama said, grab her by the pussy. Got to get him out of White
yeah,
House. I knew
yeah.
this
See,
nigga wasn't going to be a good president.
he's like we let the niggers get a chance and they just run
Right,
amok.
right. He's probably wearing do-rags in the fucking Oval Office. Fucking
Eating hot
nigger.
Cheetos
Right. Standing, standing at the fucking presidential.
in the Oval Office. Got a
fucking, sta-
Rottweiler.
fucking standing up these hand-woven tapestries. Fucking.
Got a bulldog chained outside the White House. Got a pit bull.
Got fucking Kool-Aid in the water fountain. Who fucking does that shit?
He's getting mad at everything.
Yeah.
All the black staples. Um. Okay, so number 21. Would you rather be an average person in the present or a king of a large country 2,500 years ago?
A king. Because I would
I
change a lot of this shit that would happen.
Yeah. Average person in the well, who would want to be an average person in the present anyway?
Right.
Like what kind of option is that?
That ain't really like a good like that's not really a good like turn on like like a good like that's not a good option. Like what?
Alternative. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Alternative. I'm like, okay. Either be a king or a regular nigga.
Yeah,
Okay, that'll
like
be
when like with a regular nigga with no benefits at all, just like you just
none.
regular.
Yeah.
You just stay in this time period.
But a black king, what they say, 2,500 years
2500
ago?
years ago. Yeah. So
Ooh, I don't know
so
where we'd be at. Hold on, let me see.
2500, we probably in Egypt or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll be a pharaoh or some shit. Yeah, fuck it. I'll be in the land of Kim.
I don't think it's kind of like a almost like a trick question. It's like
Hella
is it
rhetorical, like, nigga, what? You serious?
all right, let me get one more off. Let me see. I'm gonna go with I think we did 55 already.
Because us being average niggas nowadays, we probably get shot by the police or some shit like
Right.
just being average niggas.
It's like what if I'm already average? It's like how what happens? Nothing.
Right.
Kind of choice is that? All right, let's go to 67. Would you rather have a completely automated home or a self-driving car?
Home.
Yeah, you spend more time at home, so I feel like
Hmm.
you would like benefit from it a lot more.
And I don't want no machine driving me, man. Like, cause machines and technology always malfunctions. Like
Yeah,
they always, you know what I'm saying? It's always some type of bug and some type of technology, whether it's games or, phones or anything like that. So I would rather my house be, fucked up and have a shortage than my car have a shortage on the expressway or some shit, you know?
yeah, and people talk about like airplanes and stuff like that. It's crazy because like all this stuff is just computers, but the computers are are programmed by human beings
Right.
who are capable of making a mistake or whatever. And there's bugs and stuff like you said, like stuff crashes and malfunctions. But I think that's where like everything is going. Like they're gonna have like they already got like self driving Teslas and autonomous
Hmm.
vehicles and stuff like that.
Yeah, self parking cars and all that shit.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like I don't know, we being like if you it's gonna have be smart home, smart car, smartphone. It's gonna like I think that's getting rid of like the brain capacity that we need to like store that stuff. Like some of
Yeah,
it
man. I think niggas is gonna get they gonna get fat and lazy, bro. Niggas is gonna be
be
like
stupid.
nigga gonna be like, Alexa, make me a
Yeah,
sandwich.
make me a sandwich.
Make me a sandwich. I want a I want a peanut butter bacon and ranch sandwich.
Alexa, look at the refrigerator. Do we got some milk? Yes, I think that like we rely on so much like a micro example of it is just phone numbers. Like we don't remember a lot of I know a lot of phone numbers. Remember them because my phone remember it. Like I don't need
Yeah.
to.
I thought about that shit too today. That's crazy. I was like, man, if I went to jail, I was just thinking like, who would I call? Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
probably,
dang, what's
I probably would like, I didn't wouldn't want to call my mama. So I'm like
mm,
thinking about who else number I know, and I'm like, thank God, I do know some other people's numbers. Like, I know my sister's number. I know,
I
well,
don't know
I know
barely anything.
Tatiana and I know Faith and Mom's number. And then I know Pamela Jam's number.
Yeah.
Because Pamela Jam had the same number like forever.
Yeah, like I think that's the only number that I've ever like is the 449. I don't know why I gave her number out on the. I'm about to like bleep that or something.
Hmm.
But I guess if somebody end up calling, then we know people's listening.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Speaking
I only know a few.
Speaking of listeners, I believe that I may have picked up one the other day at the gas station out here because
Oh yeah,
yeah, I was going to Kroger and I didn't have my mask, so I'm like, shit, we in the new age. I go to a gas station, they got plenty of them bitches, and then the
right.
dude just, he like, I like your hat, and I'm like, thanks, bro. And then he like, he read in my shit, he read my shirt. I had the stimulus podcast shirt on.
Okay.
He like the stimulus podcast. He like, what is that? And I'm like, it's a cool ass podcast. I'm like, me and my cousin. I'm like, we basically started this shit out of the quarantine, and we talk about everything. We talk about from the serious to like just funny shit. And I was like, shit, you might go on there and you might see some white black type shit too. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let I'm gonna let you be known. But I'm like, I'm not that type of person, but I'm not blind to racial shit either, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be.
And I think like as far as like I don't know. We already had 47 minutes. I mean, like about 10 of it is like when it was freezing up for me. But I'm so it's gonna cut down a little bit. But as far as the black white stuff, I think as long as we being fair, there's nothing to even be like to walk on eggshells about. Like
Yeah.
as long as we looking at the facts, and we know that like black people are disproportionately um you know uh objectified to like violence from police. We're
Hmm.
way more likely to be pulled over, like statistically, like it's documented. It's not just made up stuff. So it's the same concept of like how Black Lives Matter is not like we don't care about nobody else but us. It's like we're calling out because we the ones getting hurt. Like we the ones
Yeah.
getting killed.
And Ben
Like
getting killed.
why would you call out? Ain't nobody messing with you. Like why would
Mm-mm.
we say, why would we why put your name in there? Why be so desperate for attention that you have to jump in there and like yeah we matter too. Like it's not y'all not even being touched.
Right.
Nowhere near to the level that we are at least.
Y'all rights ain't never been infringed upon. Like the only thing that white people I feel like have been told no to is when they get denied service for not wearing a mask. And I feel like that's
Yeah,
why all
it's like
these white people are tripping, like because it's like, you telling me no? Do you know what skin color I am? I'm a
yeah
fucking white. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but I'm white.
Right, but I'm white, so I don't have to wear a mask. It's only killing the niggas, right? But it's like Black Lives Matter, and it's not to say all lives don't matter, but there's never been a white Emmett Till. There's never
Right.
been a white MLK. There's never been a white Rosa Parks. There's never been a white fucking like man, like it's so many people. Harriet Tubman, and never been white any of those. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people that have to white people that have to lead their people or people that look like them out of slavery. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
only
Like
the
yeah.
only thing they had like that was the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
feel the kind of way about Jewish people a little bit too because Jewish people ain't real Jews. Let's get that out the way.
Yeah. I like I know that concept, but like I gotta look into like a lot more of the history of like the
I tell you, bro.
Judaism and stuff like that.
I tell you, bro. Because Jews they come from a certain place, over in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but if you look at that particular place before it was invaded. It was invaded by white people, and afterwards, that's when you started seeing all the white Jews and all. But like, if you really want to be real, Sammy Davis Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
black Jew. Black Jews have certain characteristics that all of us really don't have. Like they have pointier noses,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah.
and and their facial and a lot of them are like kind of skinnier, kind of like thinner. You know what I'm saying? People like, but those are black Jews. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jesus was a Jew.
What didn't and I think that's part of what Nick Cannon was saying when he in that clip that he ended up getting like fired from Wild 'N Out for. He was like talking about like the original Jews and stuff like that. I think I know he was on that kind of stuff. Like when he around the time he started to wear them turbans and stuff. I think that's
Yeah,
when he was kind of getting on.
yeah. And I hate that like because anytime you start saying that, white people start trying to discredit you. But it's like, man, I feel like they have really tried to strip us of who we are, man. Like they've tried to take everything from us, like from
Yeah,
our
from the beginning.
freedom to from our freedom to just us, like our will. Like they try to break us, raping our women, you know what I'm saying, our mothers and our grandmothers and shit like that. And then beating us, lynching us, and then keeping us from drinking out of the same fucking water fountain and all that. It's just like it's crazy, bro. And then now to the way that they look at us and how they treat us and how they say that okay, all niggas are basically thugs, and if you like rap music, then you know what I'm saying, you this, you that, like crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's like it's a giant. It's been like for whatever reason, it's been like a huge conspiracy against black people for a long time. Like for like from the like you said, like the kidnapping from our continent to bring us over here, make us slaves, then gave us laws that like put us down, kept us from like learning. Like what did we even do? Like what did
Right,
we
that's a
in the beginning? What was the original sin that we did to make this all start like happening? I mean, I don't think we did anything, honestly. I think it was just like how can we conquer? How can we like advance as the Aryan nation and build this country? We need free labor. That's how we're
it's
gonna get over.
it's some crazy shit. It's some crazy stories um, that pertain to why white people don't fuck with black people and the whole race and all of that shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know that black people, or the theory of that black people were the first ones in existence.
Yeah, the original man. Yeah.
Hmm. And then there's a story, and then even the Nation of Islam even talked about this story. It was a scientist back in the day. He was a black scientist. Nigga was not human. Had a big ass fucking head. You know what I'm saying? And basically was made fun of. This that, and the third. It's
It's
like,
deep.
yeah, man. It's so deep and it's so far fetched that you would have to be really open to like think about it. I
Yeah.
forget the man's name, but basically, just to make a long story short, he created a race of pale human beings, and they were
Mm-hmm.
white, and they went and they just basically wreaked havoc on all of Africa, and they was killing people and stuff like that. He was their leader. They banished these people to the mountains of Caucasoid, and then from there, or it was an island they said or whatever. But from there, he had a brother, and his brother was like basically his counterpart. Like he was evil, his brother was good, and so his
Uh-huh.
brother basically was smarter than him, and basically because the way the dude did it was he took people, light people, and basically just like kind of bred them into like where all the black was gone. So like he just kept breeding like these light people, and then kept
Yeah.
breeding the lighter people with the lighter people, and kept what I'm saying, until he had a race of white people. And so that's where they say like all the races came from. Like you got the yellow people, which is Asian people. So that was like where he was getting close to like making white people. And then you got
Mm-hmm.
like the red people, which is like Indians, Native Americans, people of that such. Then you got of course us, the black people.
Is that like
The
a? Is there like a video of that? Like that? That story?
uh, Actually, it is. Oh fuck. Actually, it is. My light went out. I don't know. Did you hear my computer charger? It's on this side.
Oh, but yeah. So anybody that's white that listen to us, we not racist
Not at all, man. Not at
or
all.
or or bigoted or nothing like that.
No,
It's just
no.
like it's a lot of history that gets ignored about the black experience in America and the black history and stuff like that. So
Man, I'll
we
tell
talk
you
about it.
this.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I'm just gonna piggyback off of what you said about us not being racist or bigots or anything like that. Like, I have a white man who is my friend and has been like a good friend, close friend to me. Call this nigga my son. I have a few actually close white friends. So it's not the fact that I'm against white people. And then even these white people will tell you like, okay, yeah, the history of us and y'all ain't been very pleasant. And
Right.
that's all we really try to get to is we don't try to do that bullshit as where we don't see color. We see color, man.
Yeah.
I'm different, our cultures are different. That's all. And we are being attacked. We've been being attacked. That's all we trying to point out.
Right. But kind of going along with the in terms of being black, Kamala Harris. I gotta make sure I
Kamala.
try not to call her Kamala. Kamala, I think that's how you supposed to say it. Kamala Harris is got selected by Joe Biden a few days ago or so as his vice presidential candidate. And a lot of black people don't really mess with Kamala Harris like that, just because of her past of being a prosecutor and attorney general. I think it was in San Francisco. And her
Yeah.
history with locking up a lot of people, and she was like kind of known as a kind of like a tough prosecutor, tough on crime and type of prosecutor and stuff. And let me see, you can see this Wikipedia page right here.
Mhm. No,
Okay.
I can't see no Wikipedia. No.
Oh, okay. I thought I shared it. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Add the stream. Yeah, here we go. Um, yeah, she's 50. How old is? Yeah, 55. She's 55, born in Oakland, California. So there was a thing about like whether or not she's eligible. I guess somebody in Trump's camp was like questioning was she born? She was born in Canada, and like it turned out she was born in Oakland, California. Um, But I know a lot of black people, long story short, are kind of not messing with her politics and her policies and stuff like in the past and everything. A lot of claims about how many people that she's locked up over like marijuana possession, but now she's changed her I guess her views on marijuana and the decriminalization of marijuana and stuff. One of the videos I looked up actually said like Kamala Harris changes her views on marijuana or something like that. But so yeah, so it's kind of got, and it's being seen as a little bit of like a ploy by Joe Biden to get that black vote, because you know you get the black girl in, and he was already with Obama, so he got some of that black that you know he's still he benefits from being alongside a black man for 8 years, in the public eye. So I think a lot of people black people kind of side with him a little bit already, and then he picks a black woman as his running mate.
If
And
I
it kind
don't
of
vote, if I don't vote for the presidential election, I definitely going to vote for like my shit around here and all that. But presidential election this year, like who the fuck do I have to choose from? And an openly white supremacist or fucking a nigga that's just basically trying to use us to make his own political stance. Like
and
who do I pick, man?
I believe and yeah, that's how I feel like the options is just, like it's kind of like pick your poison a little bit.
Definitely.
But the option I think Joe Biden though, I think his thing, what a lot of people don't like about him is that he I think the 3-strike thing, the that policy like for like repeat offenders or whatever, I think he has
Ooh.
something to do with that. I don't know if it was his bill or whatever, but I think that was under his
I believe
like
so. It was because the good old nigga Bill Clinton. Fuck Bill Clinton. Fuck William Clinton. Uh, for real, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just on. I'm on one
you
today,
good.
bro.
I mean I know I don't know all of the all the dirt about not Hill Clinton, Bill Clinton. I do know
Hillbilly Clinton.
I was about to call him Hillary. But like he got caught. I know he's like got pictures and stuff of him and like Jeffrey Epstein on the Jeffrey Epstein had like an island, and he like it was like almost like he had underage girls and stuff like that, and Clinton was kind of like tied to Epstein a little bit.
Yep.
So
And
yeah.
and this nigga was in pictures with Hillary as a youth in college wearing fucking blackface.
Oh yeah.
Dressed as black people as fucking as Halloween costumes. And then like
Damn.
right. But then that 3-strike shit, that came from him. That was his shit.
Oh, Bill. Okay, yeah.
Bill Clinton, that was his shit. And then he took all that's why I don't understand why black people love him. Like, because he took a lot of jobs when he was in office. He took a lot of jobs from here and took them overseas.
But yeah, a lot of some black people don't really mess with Joe Biden either. But Kamala Harris has been kind of in the spotlight just because people are bringing up her like prosecutor past, and a lot of people that doesn't sit well with a lot of black people, because she in turn locked up a lot of black people as attorney general and prosecutor and all that stuff. But as far as marijuana, I want to play this like short video real quick. I think I got the audio shared. Here we go.
The vice presidential nod, Senator Kamala Harris's track record prosecuting marijuana cases is once again under scrutiny. A new report
and I do want to like pause this and say like I haven't fact checked the claims in this video. I have seen this video before because they say like 1900 or something like that, but I'm gonna just let it play.
Just there's more to Harris and marijuana than many know.
I think her evolution on the views sort of mirror what's going on in our country.
In May 2018, Harris announced she changed her mind, now supporting the legalization of marijuana. She previously opposed legalization efforts in California.
I am absolutely in favor of legalizing marijuana. We've got to do it. We have incarcerated so many, in particular young men and young men of color, in a way that we have not for the same level of use other young men.
She has even spoken openly about her own marijuana use.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like
And I inhale. I did inhale.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. But yeah.
That shit is so
At the time,
stupid.
those
to me,
comments
bro.
sparked pushback. saying she admitted to smoking weed before locking people up for it.
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
Here are the facts. According to data obtained by the Bay Area News Group, Harris oversaw roughly 1,900 marijuana convictions in San Francisco during her time as the city's district attorney, 6% more than her predecessor. But attorneys familiar with the cases tell the news group that a majority of the defendants arrested for low-level pot possession were never locked up.
I have had concerns. The full record. I have had concerns, which I think first of all, let me just make the statement very clear. I believe we need to legalize marijuana.
Black people are almost 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than whites. Harris, a woman of color, says she recognizes that and acknowledges her own views have changed. Kellen Howell, Newsy, Washington.
So yeah, like some of the numbers I guess I can't necessarily attest to, but I know it was like between 1,500 and 1,900 marijuana convictions, and but they did say, like, a lot of people that got arrested didn't actually get locked up. But it said, like, with convictions though, like 1,900 convictions, marijuana convictions.
Man, I don't know, man. I ain't fucking with her.
That's how a lot of people feel though.
And then I'll explain why I'm not fucking with her. It's just the fact that, like, okay, you smoke weed, you inhaled, you said. So you smoking weed and getting high, you would know that weed is not like crack. It's not like heroin. It's not like fucking the shit that they even, projected it to be as far as reefer madness goes. So why the fuck would you against it in the first place? Because you were trying to make a name for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people do that. They go by what shit, you know what I'm saying, is, and so they can wiggle their way into that position or that power. And then, when they start hearing shit, or when people start coming down on them, now it's like, well, no, weed is good. It's good. I inhale too. Shit. No, you don't get kudos for that, bitch.
And even like just federally, I think like the only reason that it's being legalized is just so that like the government can make money off of it, like so it can be taxed and everything, and it's like a giant industry now already, and it just got like legal in a lot of places.
And they've just knew that they weren't gonna be able to stop this shit like cocaine and all of that shit, because nigga, anybody could just grow this shit in their house, their home, like anywhere. Like nigga, I could just go to a public park and just plant a seed and come back.
Right.
You feel me?
What that thing called? Marijuana. That video. Reefer Madness.
That Reefer Madness. Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of black people, because of her, like her prosecutor record or whatever, don't like her. They feel like she locked up a lot of black people, and now and then like the fact that she's changed, because that she's changed her view on weed. Like she smoked weed in college, as she admitted to, but then she went on and to lock people up. Now I do feel like once something like if we live in America, there's certain laws like and stuff like that are in place. So I get like upholding the law, and if it's something that's actually illegal, but like I do it is a plant like that grows naturally out of the ground. So it's like why it's like outlawing roses, like like just because people are using roses for whatever some kind of recreational reason.
So furthermore, that's like fucking saying that you are against God. Like, man didn't engineer weed. Like, man didn't create weed seeds. I don't even think that man is capable of really making a seed. Like, they may be able to
species.
Yeah, they may be able to like genetically like merge and splice and shit like that. But as far as just coming up with some genetics, they're not God. So they didn't make weed. They didn't make cannabis. So it's like, to go against that, it is like going against God. It's like with coke and all that shit, it grows as a plant, as everything does, but you have to do extra shit to it. You gotta add chemicals. Yeah. You really just sit there and just let that shit grow, and it grow like that. It gets you high, you feel good, but it ain't no worse than alcohol. It's better than alcohol, but that shit is legal.
Yeah, when we was on here with Softball, I was like, I'm definitely more on the weed side, like, than alcohol.
Hell yeah.
As far as like consumption and stuff like that, or like preference. But
Oh,
so
I'm finna close my computer. My camera is on. I ain't turn that bitch on.
okay.
Now that's weird. No, I should be doing that.
Oh, the
They,
camera just come on by itself.
they was trying to listen to me because I was saying fuck all these people.
Yeah, they was like, hold on, we got to tap in.
All right, hold on. What are you saying? Fuck who?
Now, what is this? The stimulus podcast? Okay, we gonna watch
Right,
y'all.
right. We can shut this.
Yeah, you gonna shut y'all down.
Shut it down.
Um. So yeah, Kamala. I mean, so I think for the most part, it's like of course, Trump and Pence, and Biden and Harris, Kamala Harris. Those are like the main contenders or whatever. And like honestly, the way it's looking, like I feel like, and then okay, this is actually going to perfectly lead us into our next topic. But the way that it's going, it almost seemed like Donald Trump, he got a decent chance at a second term, like because like a lot of people are just kind of indifferent about either side, so they might either not vote or something, and it might cause it to go one way or the other. But speaking of the election and everything, United States Postal Service, so Donald Trump, I think back in May, let me see if I can fact check myself live, but back in May he appointed a new postmaster over the Postal Service, United States Postal Service or USPS, and basically they are implementing these cuts, like budget cuts type stuff. We bring Kamala down, but implementing these cuts that would essentially slow down the mail system, and is directly going to affect like mail-in ballots. And Donald Trump has been, going on record as far as on Twitter and stuff, saying that he feel like mail-in ballots and mail-in voting leaves like room for fraud, and it's gonna be people gonna forge it and stuff. So now he's like doing stuff to like stop the mail, like, or slow down the mail system. So basically, a lot of ballots that would get mailed in wouldn't even get there in time to be counted for the election because of the. He's like he's literally like rigging it so that he can't
Yeah,
lose.
he
Which
rigged it
is
in front of niggas' faces. That's what I'm saying. Like niggas, like a president shouldn't be able to do that. If it's
right.
going, because you know what I'm saying. If especially if we in a pandemic, like nigga, let people send in votes. Like what if you do it like George Bush did, rig that shit? Because wasn't no way he was supposed to beat Al Gore.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like
saying? So this shit is crazy, bro. It's been rigged since being rigged. You
it
just
wasn't no
rigging it.
like going back to the electoral college. Trump shouldn't have beat Hillary. Like, I mean, technically, like she got the popular vote and he
He
still
should.
got in. But I got the Washington Post. This is like updated to today actually. So I was talking about the USPS. Let me share this real quick. But yeah, basically it was under the guise of like cost cutting. Like we're gonna cut some costs and do this and do that, and it coincidentally is slowing down everything. So it says Postmaster General Louis DeJoy or whatever facing intense backlash over cost cutting moves that Democrats, state attorneys general, and civil rights groups warned could jeopardize mail-in voting, said on Tuesday that the Postal Service would suspend those operational changes until after the 2020 election. So I guess okay. So I think they decided they're gonna like hold on all that cost cutting stuff, but they was
Okay,
trying.
so yeah, and that's
The
what he was
measures,
trying to do.
yeah, slow down everything so that ballots wouldn't be able to be counted, and it would just kind of shake the whole thing up. It said the measures included eliminating overtime for mail carriers, reducing post office hours, and removing postal boxes. That's like that's so blatant. It's like you just
Yeah,
take the whole box out. Like just give me like y'all
cause it
can't mail
ain't.
nothing.
Yeah, cause it ain't okay. Like, but we cutting budget, so like we just cutting people. Like we laying off a couple people, not taking away fucking the ability to send in mail. Like what? How
They
how is that right? Yeah,
reducing hours, removing boxes, and getting rid of overtime for people, like because people don't want to work for free, so they be like, oh, forget this. And it says all that has been faulted for slowing mail delivery and criticized as an attempt to disenfranchise voters seeking to vote safely during the coronavirus pandemic. That too, like I don't blame people for not wanting to go up into like a crowded, voting facility, and be
yeah.
around a whole bunch of people standing around for hours, like or like in line and stuff.
End up with a mask on and all that shit. I don't blame people for not wanting to do it either.
It says Mr. DeJoy, a major donor to President Trump, and that's another dirty part too. Is like, I guess the guy that he appointed as the postmaster is like a donor to to Donald Trump.
No, he ain't, bro. Chill out.
That's what this say right here. It says like, and I think I heard that before too. It says Mr. DeJoy, a major donor to President Trump, who was tapped in May to run the postal service, said in a statement to avoid even the appearance of any impact on election mail. That was a quote. That part was a quote. He was suspending changes that have been raised as areas of concern as the nation prepares to hold an election in the midst of a devastating pandemic. So they kind of trying to, I guess, save face now.
He got to resign.
He's a donor to Trump, got appointed by Trump.
Yeah, he got to resign. How can you be a donor to somebody? That's a conflict of interest.
Like, yeah, like I've given you like, you know, I'm giving you money and then I'm giving you a job to do this, and coincidentally you like try to implement these changes.
Man,
it's crazy.
We live in a fucking corrupt ass world, but more so corrupt ass country, bro.
2020 is on 100. Like, man, everything going on.
That bitch started at 100. We ain't even get to 0, nigga.
It's literally, I swear, it's like literally like everything from that you would need in a movie, like a virus. Like there's like plenty of movies over like there's like Outbreak and all these different movies about viruses and stuff. You got that right at the beginning of the year. You got George Floyd dying like back, you know, toward the beginning of the year, or closer to it. It's like it's been like thing after thing after thing, and on top of it being an election year, so like it's all kind of coming to a head right toward the end of the year, like this climax.
This crazy, bro. I ain't never thought I would live through no shit like this. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of
crazy, bro.
Historic.
And then, what if he get in there another 4 years? What is he gonna do, bro? What has he done now? He really hadn't done shit. Like,
that's why I don't understand how people like can be like, yeah, I'm still a Trump supporter. Like, based on what though? Like, what now? Like, are you holding out hope that he will be able to do? That he, you know, he don't seem to have intentions.
This nigga still ain't built the wall,
right?
For them niggas that's waiting for that fucking. And that's what I'm saying. Like to be as ignorant to say that you're gonna build a wall to keep immigrants out. Your wife is an immigrant, nigga.
Right.
She wasn't born in America, nigga. You had a mail order bride and got that bitch shipped over here, and now you want to tell niggas that they can't come over to the country. Nigga, get out of here, bro.
Like, I can't even count all the different scandals surrounding Donald. Like, he paid off, I think, Stormy Daniels, like a porn star, because like they had some kind of like interaction or whatever.
Yeah.
He was trying to pay her off, I guess, not to say nothing.
Yeah.
Like the whole grab him by the pussy thing. Like it's so much that it was like it's weird, the double standard though. Like I said, if Obama did anything like any of the one things that Donald Trump has done, the one many things that he's done,
right,
it would have been the biggest scandal. Him even Obama wearing a tan suit was like a big deal. Like there was like, who he think he is wearing a tan suit? Like,
really?
It was like a famous picture of him on some stairs coming down, and he had a tan. It was a cold suit too. Like it looked dope. Like why you got to wear dark suits as the president? What's that? Why is that a policy?
Right.
But like, you're right. I'm just close. But if he had done anything like close to anything that Donald Trump has done, like one of the things that Donald Trump has done, it would have been like they would have tried to impeach him.
I just want to see like a video of this nigga falling or something, or
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you.
Just so I could just like.
I got something perfect for that.
How the fuck?
Let me see.
How the fuck are we supposed to respect our commander in chief when this nigga was on fucking WWE Raw? Like, nigga, what? Like, nigga, you a clown. Like, you basically a show pony. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it's a lot of politics talk just because it's an election year, but like politics, like I said earlier, I don't know if I said this while we were recording or not, but like it's just like for the most part, it's a popularity contest. It's like whoever can get the most people to like them, to be on their side, to believe in them the most, that's who we select for the most part. But they like I said, like the Electoral College will step in even if they feel like we didn't make the right choice.
Fuck the electoral college too.
Yeah,
fuck everybody today. I'm sorry.
Anybody can get it today.
We get thumbs downs, all that. I apologize. Because I'm just going at everybody today. I'm just because I'm just so sick of this system. I'm so sick of the way things are going in this country. It's like, why are we at war with people? You know what I'm saying? Are they really jeopardizing our freedom, or is there some type of ulterior motive that we going in to these other countries for? Let's be real, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
They did come over here and do some shit on 9/11. But even looking back at 9/11, that looked like an inside job, because ain't no fucking building gonna get hit at the top from a plane and then just all of a sudden just collapse at the bottom like that.
Yeah, I remember watching a whole lot of I had a DVD about the different theories about they breaking down how it was extra explosions toward the center and the bottom of the
If you look
thing
at
and
the
stuff,
bottom of that
and
shit, it looked like construction explosions, like when they blow up a building and they blow it up
demolition.
from the bottom and that bitch just come down straight down
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry. If a plane hit and then even the shit at the Pentagon, the plane at the Pentagon, leaving that small ass hole. It was
I remember that. Yeah,
little
I
ass
forgot about
hole
that.
with a big ass plane. How the fuck a big ass plane gonna leave a little ass hole? What?
It's man.
That's the type of shit that they just want, because a lot of people, Americans, are fucking stupid because of the shit that we consume and the shit that we just do on a day to day. That's why niggas like Donald Trump is in office and niggas is fighting for him.
Yeah. But I told you I had something for you. Here you go, right here.
Yeah, man, please.
I got some. It took me a second to find it. That's why I hadn't said nothing for a second. Let me see. Here we go. I don't know if there's audio or not, but I'm gonna share the audio anyway. Here we go. So I don't know. That's him in some broad. It's not real, but it looks so real that it's pretty funny.
Real, dog.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that the? I think I remember watching them commercials where the black dude was just going around tackling niggas in the office space.
His name Terry Tate or something like that.
Yeah, he was like the enforcer of the office.
Knocked him into the wheel.
The way that nigga sprawled out at the end, though.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot going on as far as politics. It's no telling how it's gonna end up in November when it comes down to it. I don't know.
What do you think though? Do you think that this nigga's gonna get a second term, or you think that somebody else is gonna get elected?
Like I said, I think the scary thing is I think he does have a good chance of getting another, with all the indifference about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, which is if I'm the Republican Party or if I'm Donald Trump and them, I'm of course I'm looking for dirt. I'm looking for okay, yeah, he was locking black people up. Y'all cool with that, black people? No, we ain't cool. Just instigating.
That's his whole game, man. That nigga's a master manipulator, instigator, bro.
Yeah. So I think that because they're doing and it's kind of working, black people already was kind of on the fence with Kamala Harris. And you got Joe Biden. I think a lot of black people think that he was cool kind of with even when he was with Obama, he was always kind of saying some stuff that he wasn't supposed to be saying, and he was kind of like the wild child of the campaign. Obama was always the kind of composed one,
because he had to be. You can't be a nigga and be wild and be the president. You got
he wasn't afforded the luxury to just be wild and be black,
right?
And be the first black president,
right? I can't believe this nigga Joe Biden said that bullshit though, bro.
That if you having a trouble deciding, you ain't black.
And if I was Charlemagne, Charlemagne a coon too, bro.
You think so?
Hell yeah, man. I feel like Charlemagne talked more shit about black people than anybody. on some underhand. I don't know. He might be a black Republican too. He kind of
He
strikes me as that type.
yeah he I don't like. I mean, other than on the Breakfast Club, I don't like be like watching a lot of stuff with him in it. But yeah, he strikes me as a little different. On some, I've heard him say some like real like weird stuff before. Um, I think he just has like a big platform, and he like doing interviews with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But he put her on the spot too with that. Like, you ever smoke weed? Like,
Right, he did.
even. But I mean, it was like a regular conversation type of format. So he's asking like a regular question. So,
Yeah.
and if you're a politician, you got to be able to answer whatever question. So, especially going on that kind of a show. But
My thing though is if anybody has said they have smoked weed and didn't inhale, they are fucking retarded because nigga, what do you think you doing when you hitting the joint?
yeah, like how did the smoke come out? Like
Yeah,
where did
like you're not just like sitting there putting it to your lip. Like nigga, you that's inhaling. Shit.
I think it's like they didn't swallow the smoke
It
or
don't
something
matter.
like.
It don't matter if you did this. You high, nigga. If you just
Yeah,
pull that bitch, it's in your lungs, nigga.
yeah. So like we said, like the follow up article saying like they kind of suspended the changes because just to avoid any kind of appearance of any kind of
Yeah.
impropriety with the whole mail system. So as of right now, that's on hold until after the election, I guess.
I'm smoking, but I ain't inhaling hookah.
Yeah, it's just like staying in your mouth and then coming right
Yeah,
back out.
that's that's so stupid because it's like I get high off this bitch. I don't, but I get that tobacco high, that head high still from it. Like
Mm.
what?
Um, dang, it's like I feel like time is going faster today. Like I feel like we've
It
been
do
on
though,
here,
don't it?
like we've been on here an hour and 24 minutes, but it feel like we've been on here for like 45 maybe.
Right.
Um, but
I just been on one. I ain't even
yeah,
gonna hold y'all. Look, man, I've been on one.
you want to go
I,
into unpopular opinion?
yeah.
All right, I already got one like, locked and loaded already. Lettuce and tomatoes. I'm just coming straight out. Lettuce and tomatoes. Lettuce and tomatoes. I feel like are an unnecessary addition to so many foods. They don't taste like nothing. They just water leaves and a water apple, and I think
Water leads to the water apple.
like it's like I think if you like broke down a head of lettuce or like a tomato, like it's mostly water. I feel like.
It is, yeah, I believe so.
Um, let me just one more time before I turn it off. It's pretty funny. When I first saw that, I was like, "Dang, is that real?" Like he get knocked.
It looked real.
Um, but yeah, lettuce and tomatoes. Like, cause I don't know what got me on that, but I think I was eating tacos, and I was like it don't have a flavor. Like it's like almost like a texture thing. Like, and for that, I mean, even on burgers, like now one thing I like onions on a lot of stuff. So I got onions on burgers and like hot dogs and stuff like that. Cause I feel like that actually like it gives it a whole different flavor. But like
Mm-hmm.
lettuce and tomatoes is just like that's what usually that's part of what make a burger like deluxe or something. It's like lettuce, tomatoes. It's like decorations though. Like it's
Lettuce, tomato, onion, yeah.
like you got to season up some lettuce or some tomatoes a lot to like actually make them taste like something by themselves.
I like a little salt, little pepper on my tomatoes, but it's hard. You can't season lettuce. That's,
Yeah, put some
you
salt on
can't
the lettuce.
you can't season lettuce. Like it's just I only reason why I eat lettuce and stuff like that. Like I don't even really eat a lot of iceberg no more because a lot of iceberg is really like that's what I feel like you really talking about is that iceberg because like romaine kind of it's got like a little taste to it more so
I
than
just had
regular
some.
iceberg.
I just had a whole bag of romaine the other day, and like, I'm one person though. Like, I don't know if it's just like my palate is different, but like, a lot of like nuances that like people claim, like even in water, like they will all that like oh that core water is the best. Oh no, the body armor water is the best. I'm like they all taste like water. Like I don't even taste the difference like
I
that.
can't
Like
get with you on that. No, I can taste the difference between spring water and fucking pH water because it's like spring water kind of got like a aftertaste to it.
like
And like
there's been some waters where like I've tasted like more like And usually it's from like water fountains that have like a little like a more metallic thing, like
Yeah,
tasting.
and that's kind of like how bottled spring water, especially Ice Mountain tastes like that to me. It's got that chemical kind of like taste to it. And then whether I like take some because I had some shit the other day. It was Eternal. It was called Eternal, and that shit it tastes good. Like it tastes like pH to water. And like for the longest, I didn't really think that there was no difference in between that. And then I started tasting like different waters, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like this water a little better because it goes better with it tastes better to my palate. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no aftertaste. It's just water. I like my
Um,
water to taste like water, not chemicals.
Yeah, let me put this on omnidirectional. Yeah, I to get back to on lettuce and tomatoes though, like yeah, I just feel like it's like filler. Like even in salad, like it don't the lettuce itself don't be tasting like nothing. Like if you got some kind of chicken or whatever, then
Got
that's where the flavor
that
be coming
dressing
from.
on it.
Dressing, yep, and then the bad thing is like the dressing is like what make it like unhealthy. Like especially like ranch. Like I like ranch dressing on salad, but like by the time you put, I think it's like 300 something calories a teaspoon of or not, it might not be that much. It might be like 100 something calories a teaspoon of like Hidden Valley Ranch. But you
Oh
putting
yeah,
way more than a teaspoon on a regular on an average salad. But but I digress back to lettuce and tomatoes. Yeah, I understand them because I grew up eating them on tacos and burgers and stuff. I get them on burger. I just had a burger today that had it on. But I don't be tripping if I don't have them though. Like
yeah,
if I don't have like onions or like certain condiments and stuff, then I'm tripping. But like lettuce and tomatoes, I'm just like, yeah, that's all right.
yeah. I
Like,
feel you on that. Like I ain't too just like pressed on you know, lettuce and tomatoes like that. Like even now in my salads, I eat a lot of darker green stuff like spinach, and you know things like that. But
yeah, I think I
yeah,
was
I
putting
like
spinach in
spring mix
smoothies
more than I
before.
like just regular salad mix.
Yeah, I think I was eating spinach in like smoothies for a while. I had bought some spinach and I was like doing a lot of smoothies.
Yeah, I was doing that shit too.
Um, you got a unpopular opinion?
Man, I do. With the alphabet, people might be mad at me on this.
Oh, go ahead. You gonna poke that bear?
Huh?
I said you gonna go ahead and poke that bear.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna poke that bitch because I'm tired of it. I just feel like, although this is your life to live and your decisions to make, I just feel like homosexuality is not right. It's for one, it's not natural. I'll say that more so than anything.
Mm,
Because when people be like right and wrong, they be like, well, who are you to, make what is right and what is wrong? So I won't say it is not right. I'll just say it's not natural. And a
mm,
lot of people will be like, will make it the defense to be like, well, I was born gay. And I'm like, how can you be born with a sexual preference, bro?
yeah,
We're not even born knowing how to fucking talk. So you
right.
think that you're gonna be born knowing that you like men and you like women and you like the same sex? Like, come on, man. Like, let's just be real. I feel like a lot of people that kind of have that kind of are homosexual, they mental. It's not right. And I feel like
Yeah,
it's more so. I feel like if anything, it's more so like a mental condition, like schizophrenia or, um, you know,
like bipolar.
bipolarism or what is the other one that I'm looking for? OCD. Um,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? Because we label those people and we look at those people as like clinically insane or something that is wrong with them, but we
yeah,
don't look at somebody who is trying to have sex with the same sex like that's not a mental issue or that's not something mentally, you know?
yeah,
Because it's like you can't produce like that. And then I've had even like a person argue with me about like so there are some natural women that can't have babies, but I'm like they still have eggs and shit. Like,
yeah. They got the
they
whole structure.
yeah, they still are women. They still got fallopian tubes and all of that shit. So it's like that's just they are not able to. But a man wouldn't be able to have a child if he was to construct a pussy. He wouldn't
Yeah,
have. He wouldn't be able to push a
yeah,
life out of that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit is a mental issue to me. I feel like. Um, And people can come at me how they want to come at me and how they, feel, but shit, it's just how I feel. For one, it's not natural though. It's
Is
not
that
because
I definitely think like even like anatomy wise, like the male is like the mirror image almost of the female, like like I said, like just like anatomy basically, like
yeah,
down to genitalia and everything.
yep,
And like you said, you can't produce, you can't take two negative magnets and put them together or whatever. They gonna repel.
they gonna repel them bitches. So it's just like fucking like it's like you trying to put an outlet to an outlet. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
get no fucking juice. Like
yeah,
you have to get a plug. You know what I'm saying? You have to go into an outlet like to get some type of connection. And I feel like to the core, that's what we are basically. You know what I'm saying? We are similar as hell. Like the vagina is a penis, or the clitoris is a penis. I feel like it's just
yeah,
inward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we are that, but I feel like we are made to be with one another. Just like our whole anatomy, like a penis goes inside a vagina,
yeah. It's
and
like
then our seed, our semen, fertilize those eggs. So it's like you tell it to do that. You telling me you working against God, bro? To
yeah.
just
It's
be,
certain things.
or our creator, or just basically going against our creation, how we were made to be, as you know what I'm saying. And I feel like the way I feel like people are like that is because everything in the world is sexualized. Everything's over sexualized, man. Like
Yeah,
you really can't watch TV without some type of form of a sexual innuendo or something. Like, so
yeah,
if you feeding this shit to kids, of course, they gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They seeing certain shit like, man, I don't agree with it. That's
um,
just my thing.
and we
But
are
at the same time, I'm not gonna badger nobody about their decision. I'm not gonna be like
right.
fucking faggot or no shit like
Yeah,
that. But you
yeah.
ask me, do I support it? Hell no.
Um, my we already kind of touched on my next one. And that's the whole like respecting of elders and stuff. Like
Oh yeah,
I've always like I said, like
speak on that.
I
I
respect
feel the
people.
same way.
I like you don't have to do it at first in our first meeting. You don't have to do anything to gain or to like get my default level of respect. I'm
Yeah.
just going like how you doing or whatever. But as soon as you cross the line of like getting disrespectful with me, now I'm like I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you a woman or whatever. Like I said earlier, I think I said like there's certain things. There's a certain level I wouldn't go to with a woman, but
Mm-hmm.
regardless, I'm going to let you know. Like I'm not going to hold back because you older. I done been. It was one. It was one case where like it was basically just like a meeting of, like almost like a friend of a friend, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it was like an older person, and they was like I came in with my hood on because my hair wasn't cut, so I didn't want. I was like I was just looking bad. I didn't realize that this many people was there.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in, I had still kept my hood on, and the she was like, you gonna take your hat off? And I was like, I had it on just because my hair is kind of messed up. And he was like, well, a gentleman always take his hat off or something like that, but said it kind of in like almost like a judgmental way. And I was
Like a
like,
condescending type of
yeah,
way.
like you don't even know me. Like, hello, my
Oh.
name is Duran. Like, whatever. Like at that point, I'm like, I'm with it now. What's up? Like,
Right.
like old
I'd have been
lady.
like, nah, Ben. A gentleman always opens a door for a lady. A gentleman always pulls out a seat before a lady, not fucking take his hat off. Like what?
Like, yeah, it's and even all that like, because like I'm with chivalry and all that stuff, but
Me too.
like don't I don't know, don't like act like you can require it from me. And I just met you. Who are you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Like
feel that.
nigga, hello. Like how you doing? How's your day going? Like,
I opened the door for a lady, a white lady, the other day at the gas
mm,
station, and this bitch didn't say nothing. And it's like, I feel like that's just common courtesy. Like I open doors
yeah,
for ladies, for men, just being a polite person. Like I open up a door, and it's like the least you could do is say thank you. I'm not opening the door for you to say thank you, but that's the least you can do. So
yeah.
when she just walked in and didn't say nothing, I yelled. I said, "You welcome." Yeah,
That-
and Summer asked me, she was like, "Did she say thank you?" I'm like, "No, she didn't say thank you, but I'm gonna tell her you welcome because, bitch, I didn't have to open that door for your funny built ass. Like,
I,
don't take my kindness for weakness because I could
yeah,
easily be the nigga that you want me to be and worse. Like, but I just that's not who I am as a person. But it rubs me the wrong way when people just are entitled like that and just feel like, yeah, you just supposed to do that. I don't, you know.
yeah, and it's older people got it bad because they older than you. They feel like I can say whatever to you. You just a little kid. You ain't been along. You ain't been alive as long as I've been. And it's like, okay, but what that got to do with you? Like respecting me. Like I'm not gonna do anything to you that I wouldn't want you to do to me. I'm not gonna say
Right.
anything to you that I wouldn't want you to say to me. So why let's just be like why did you being old mean you got to be disrespectful? Like
Yeah. I don't get that shit, bro. Like, and my thing is like, we got mamas. We all love our mamas. We all respect our mothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why wouldn't we want to respect our elders? It's not like we disrespect our elders, but it's like I feel like a lot of older people have already cast judgment on majority of the youth. So it's like anytime they meet a young person, it's like, oh, I'm just going off of this judgment that I have. I don't even know you, but shit, you black, you young, you must be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? You
right,
must not have no type of sense,
yeah.
or whatever the case may be. And it's like, no, man, you gotta know me to know
And I
me.
and I feel like that whole same story with me having my hood on. I think that like because I came in with the hood on, it's like a hoodie and stuff. Like I think they kind of like, oh, he one of them types. And I'm
Hmm.
like, and so I was there for a while too, and like it was a whole thing. Like they were trying to like, yeah, it was a whole thing. But like I had like the whole conversation. I had to like kind of like assert myself. Like no, like I'm educated. Don't get it twisted. I got a hoodie on. I don't care. Like I can
Right,
be dressed however I want to. Like I don't make me one thing or the other. But I
right.
had to like kind of let them know who I was. But I hate that though. I hate that like it's a lot of older people that's cool, but it's a lot of them that like get that like I didn't live my life. And let me tell you how you should do and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
No, man. No, like that's one thing though I do like, and that's crazy because I've always been the type of person to like to be around older people just to soak up that knowledge, just to pick their brains and to
Yeah,
get some of that wisdom. But I have had experiences with older people, even as a young boy. And I think that's why that nigga Sarneezy called me a radical man because I've always been this kind of way since I was young. Like I remember getting into it with my teacher because she called me stupid. Um, and it really threw me for a loop and I was in the fifth grade, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm still acquiring knowledge, like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, but she called me stupid because the class was being unruly, we were all talking and whatnot, and then you know what I'm saying, I just how people get singled out just randomly.
yeah.
And she regretted that shit because I was like, "You big fat bitch!" I was like, for real. And I like my mama bring this all up to me all the time, and a little bit of part of me is ashamed because I just didn't handle it a little more intellectual. But I was in the fifth grade, like,
Right.
and my feelings was hurt because like she called me stupid, and I'm like, I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Some things that I may not get right now because the way you teaching me, and I told her that I'm like, the way you teach is not for everybody, and I was like, you fat. I was like, so just imagine, like, so you know what I'm saying? You talking about me, and I'm like, you sitting up there with this big ass plate on your desk, and I'm like, you busting out
Play.
your, I'm like, you busting out your fucking shoes and shit, cause she wore these heels, and it was like like the little like your
That,
meat, yeah, and it
yeah.
was like that bitch was just fat, like it was like a big ass bubble on like, and I'm going in on her, and like to the point where she like come up here to my desk. And she was like, pointing to my shirt. And I had like a Puma shirt. And she was like, what? She was like, you see this? What is that? And I was like, a panther? Like, she was like, no, it's a heart. She was like, I got one too. And I was like, well, you started this shit. Like, you know what I'm
That
saying?
she tried to have a deep moment
Yeah.
and didn't give a good reference. Like, what is this? My
Right.
chest? I don't.
Right.
My shirt? I don't know what.
Right.
I
But
think you.
it was because she was feeling, I hurt her feelings.
Yeah, I about to say
Cause
you hit that nerve when you talk about
man,
fat.
I'm telling you, I blazed her to the point where the whole class was laughing. Like niggas
Oh
was
yeah.
in tears, niggas was rolling. And I was just like, I was sitting up there. I didn't care about none of them niggas. Like to me, all I saw was her and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like about to fight, fighting tears, holding back myself because you know what I'm saying, my feelings hurt. And I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, you fat bitch, like just going in. I got suspended. I remember she called Sadie, and Sadie like, Sadie was laughing, but she was trying to chew me out too about it too. But
Yeah.
I told her though, I was like, she called me dumb.
And as a teacher, like you should be the last person to call any student of
Yeah,
yours dumb. Like you
yeah,
are the person that's teaching them. So like how
right.
like I'm getting knowledge from, or the lack thereof from you. So like how am I dumb and you blame it on me?
That's what I told her. That's exactly what I told her. I said, if you feel that I'm stupid, and this was the smartest shit that but I said, if you feel that I'm stupid, it's your fault. It ain't
Yeah.
mine. I'm sitting here every fucking day. I'm listening to your ass, but what the fuck? Like she had her favorites and all that shit. And there was a lady named Miss Hawk. I'll never forget that bitch. And she just harassed me all day. But it was because we was playing sports and her nephew was trying to do the same shit, or I was trying to do the same shit as her nephew. So I was trying to play like running back for our flag little team, and he was trying to do the same shit. And she just was so against me, bro. And she just so happened to be good friends with that fat lady. So I
uh
just I went in, bro. And like I'm the same way, man. I show respect all the time until I'm disrespected, and then once I'm disrespected, I could care less. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's how I always been. But uh yeah, I think this would be a typical like length episode, but once it's edited down or whatever. But I'm gonna bring us into our last segment. But before I do want to say again, if y'all want to donate anything to the podcast, find us on Cash App at $ the Stimulus Podcast, all one word. That's $ the Stimulus Podcast. And y'all can feel free to donate whatever y'all want. But I was trying to figure out another game, so I'm gonna bring another one back that we've done, which is Hangman.
Okay.
Which is I like it because it's pretty easy to do. If I can find my marker, I had it over here.
Ain't nobody even grabbed that banner either. Ain't nobody come up off that money. Niggas is sleeping.
Right. I had a feeling that it might not, and I don't know if it's just like people don't know like who that is. Speaking of, I got there she go over here. Bangalore. That's who it was that said you might want to grab that banner.
You might want to grab that banner.
I was dang. Okay, I
They
had the
usually
marker.
carry around platforms, which they usually carry rare platforms.
They usually carry rare platforms.
Yeah.
It's like a magazine. This is no, he said like a clip. That's what a girl puts in her hair. This is called a magazine.
Yeah. It's got a magazine.
I can't even find. Hold on, let me see.
They got a new character on there too. She hard.
Oh, when it come out? Like the other day or something?
Yesterday.
Oh, dang, I gotta get on there.
Hell yeah, man. I'm
What's
thinking about getting on that shit after get off here.
what's her like abilities and stuff?
I believe her name is Rampart, and her abilities, her passive is she is able to hold her magazine capacity is higher. So for every gun,
Oh, damn.
yep, and then she got this turret that she can lay down, and everybody that's her ultimate. Everybody can use, and then she got like a wall that she can put up. That's her L1.
I'm trying to find this marker. I saw it just like literally like earlier in the episode. I looked over and saw it, and it's usually over here. Let me see. What y'all got up for today?
Shit, just taking care of her. Make sure I'm there for her. Pretty much. I probably do some editing and shit. I got some pictures and shit I got to do for Sadie.
Okay. My girlfriend's her dad actually just passed the other day too.
Oh wow.
It
Yeah,
was
tell her I'm sorry to hear that, man.
yeah,
That's man.
yeah. It was like she wasn't that close to him. Like he was in I think South Carolina, but still like she did kind of like he had some health issues a minute like like I think it was like earlier this year, like either late last year or earlier this year or both. And but he had gotten better, so it wasn't expected either.
Yeah.
So it just happened yesterday, actually.
Man, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That's the thing
It's a
about this
crazy
life
year.
shit, man. Yeah.
I can't find this marker nowhere though. I know I saw it too. I had it in my hand. I was playing with it at one point in my hand. Hold on. That's one thing about I can lose something like with the quit, like it'll disappear. Like
Well, I believe.
I can have it like literally like a second before, and I was like, where did that go? I know I had that marker, and I don't want to end without the game.
Right. I feel it.
I'm like, where could it be at? Like I ain't even got up. Yeah, we might take. So like she, well, I ain't gonna say all that on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Dang, we might have to. Where did I put that marker? I don't want to break. I don't want to break the tradition.
Right.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find it. I'm supposed to be shooting this video for George this Sunday.
Are you?
Yeah, probably do it like basically after we do the episode for this week.
Okay. You still thinking you might need some help?
Yeah, for sure. I just got some lights and a tripod head that I want to put on my slider. And
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be working on some like we already got like the storyboards and stuff like that for the shots, but I want to get like some more detailed storyboards and stuff. Or not just like like more detailed shot ideas and stuff. I'm some of it I'm gonna do some GoPro stuff like in the car. But yeah, I probably he hit me up a little while ago. I'm gonna hit him back up. Dang man, where's this doggone marker at?
That nigga George funny too. That nigga been talking real spicy on the internet lately, on the
Oh yeah,
interweb. Yeah.
oh, here.
That nigga had a long he had a long Facebook story, and this nigga was like, "Man, I'm just gonna tell y'all, man. I got something to tell y'all, man. When y'all, listen to it." And I'm just like, "Okay, I'm listening." Then I go to the next slide, and then he's still explaining. I'm like, "George, come on, say what you got to say, bro. Come on, wait." Then he like, "I'm just gonna say it, man." He like your favorite or the nigga that you putting, what I'm saying, shit behind, or he was like, "I'm better than." I was like, "Ooh, I like this nigga George just talking spicy."
Spicy.
That's a spicy meatball.
I was just about to say that. That's one spicy meatball. That the mask.
Yeah, boy, I feel it though. If you feel that way, speak it. No, you know what I'm saying. Don't hold back.
All right, so I found the marker. So I guess you want to go first. Or you want me to go first? We just like category and tell each other the number of letters.
Let me go first.
You want to go first? All right. And since I got the thing up, I almost forgot. I'm gonna play. I'm trying to loop your song while we doing this part. I meant to play it earlier.
Can we do 2 words?
Like a phrase or like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, bet.
Let me see. I wonder will it play. Yeah, you can hear that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. How many letters?
Okay. It's 2 words, and together they combine for a whopping 9 letters.
So how do I break it up?
Damn, that shit blasting. 4.
Yeah. That's all like it. Right, I got these headphones on. This boy subbing.
I just want
Let me see. Can I download this?
the money. You keep the rest. That's too much stress. I must confess.
Yeah, I got it on Facebook, so I don't think I can control. Let me see. I might be able to go into the mixer and bring the browser audio down or something, or maybe not.
But yeah, it's split up 4 and then 5.
4 and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Is there what's the category?
Politics. I'm guessing, or yeah, politics.
Yeah, that boy was sub. I'm gonna play. I'm a for sure play it when we getting off real quick. Politics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. Can I get a E?
There's no E.
No E. All
No E,
right.
sir.
Let me see. I gotta put it where. What about a L?
No L, sir.
Dang.
If
No
you get
L.
this shit, you gonna laugh. And when this shit come about us, you gonna laugh too. Either way, when it's revealed.
I'm looking. Let me see. No E, no L. A.
No A.
Dang it. All right. Let's see how we starting off. Hold on. No A, and I got an arm. What about a F?
Oh, first letter.
First F. Oh, I think I think I know it. I think I know what it is off of just that first letter. Should I guess it?
Go ahead. You probably gonna get it right.
Is it fuck Trump?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it was. Off that one letter, I was like, oh, I see it.
Yep. Fuck
Let me
them.
see. I should do. Look, hold on. I'm about to make it. I spelled it out, but look at the detail. I tried to put the little
Oh, the little
the little hair coif.
Yeah.
The coif.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Little
All right.
quaff. Yeah.
All right. Let me see. It's my turn.
That's just how I'm feeling today, sales. I'm feeling like that.
It's just one of them days.
One of them days, bro. One of them
don't
years.
Take it personal. Let me see.
If you take it personal, fuck you too.
I heard somebody say like if the shoe fits, wear it and buy the outfit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Buy the outfit to match.
The shoes wear by the outfit. Because you don't need that shit.
Right. You might as well coordinate. All right. Let me think of a word real quick. Do I want to be topical? Let me think. Okay. I'm gonna go politics too. No, I don't want to do that one. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Dang, this marker stink. I'm not gonna go political. I'm gonna go. What else is going on? Okay. Oh, we didn't even do our coronavirus thing. Check the
updates. Yeah, I'm so, man. That's my fault. Because I just jumped right into that shit like fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go politics, but this is it's politics. Let me see. But mine gonna be 2 words too.
Okay.
So it's 3 words or 3 letters, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 6 letters for the second part of the phrase. And it's politics, like I said.
Is there an H in it?
Yes. H.
Are there any A's?
Nope, no A's.
Okay, I don't think so. What about an I?
There is one I.
Okay. Hmm. Damn, this shit like made it even kind of harder for me to even kind of guess with it. Mm. Is there an O in this word?
There's no O's.
Okay. Trying to get all my vowels out of the way. What about an E?
There is one E.
Okay. I'm just going back and forth. At least my nigga ain't up there just hanging. Man, what the fuck is this shit? Three, and then it's a third of the sixes. E. We got one I. Okay, no O, no A.
No O, no A.
Man, is there a C in this shit?
Yep. One C.
What? Okay, shit.
It's
Let's
one
go.
C. I hope I'm spelling this right.
Do we have an aura?
Yep. One R.
Damn. Now see that last word fucked me up because ain't no A. Oh, I already know. I already know what it is. Yeah, I already know what it is. If I had my buffs on, I put them bitches on. Big Gretch for the
Big
win.
Gretch. Big Gretch it is.
Big Gretch.
That's correct.
When I saw that I and I'm like, then I saw the wretch. I'm like, oh yeah.
All right. So I don't know. We doing points. We 1-1 though. We both guessed each other's one. I guess let's go until somebody get one wrong.
Okay.
You got another word for a phrase?
Yeah. Damn. But how would I categorize this shit?
Come and look at the coons. Always cooning for you. Look at the coon.
Oh. 6 letters.
6 letters,
And,
one word?
yep, and it's still pertaining to presidential presidential shit, I guess. I'm trying to think
Okay.
of a category, but I couldn't really think of it.
Okay. Kind of see. All right. Is there a R?
Yep, the second letter.
Okay. Is there a I?
No I.
No I. Okay. What about an L?
No L.
No L. That's how I play out is rapid fire. Like whatever my gut
Me
feelings
too.
is. Okay. What about? Is there a T?
Nope.
No T.
Yeah, I try to rapid fire too. I try to like do vowels because I know most words contain vowels, and a lot of them contain more than one.
Yeah. Is there a U in this?
No sir.
No U.
Uh-uh.
All right. It's getting dicey right now. I got two arms, a torso, and a head. Is
I
there an
feel like
E?
at the very end.
All right, there we go. Okay. E. Trying to see if I can like see it. Um, is there a dang? Is there a B in it?
Uh-uh.
No B.
No B.
All right, got a leg. Like now I don't know no like logical letter to guess right now. Like,
Go with your gut, bro.
what do we got down here? Is there an A in it?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay.
Let me see. The A is on the right side of the R. So it's RA.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a guess yet. So I got blank RA blank blank E. No B, no U, no T, no L, no I. C.
Oh, no C.
That's it. What is it?
Orange.
Orange. Orange.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. I guess yeah, I see what you're saying. Like it pertaining to politics.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to like, cause if I'd have said like color, then I feel like you probably would have got it. And if I'd have said like maybe like fruit or something, you probably would have got it easily. So but really I was talking about that orange ass nigga.
Yeah,
that's where the color came from.
The first guess, like when it was an R, I was like, okay, is it Trump? No, it's too many letters to be Trump, and that's like too dead on to be Trump. Like I didn't feel like you would like to say Trump as the word. All right,
I gotta talk my shit about that nigga.
Well, thank y'all for watching episode 16 of the Stimulus Podcast. We're gonna get some more guests on here too. We've been like like 3 episodes straight, no guests. But if y'all want to be a guest, every now and then we might throw like the link to the podcast up and just let y'all come in. We tried to do it one time, but like people don't. Other than my sister, Anaya came in that one time.
Yeah.
That like kind of impromptu, but comment like topics too if y'all want to see certain topics. Us talk about certain topics. Once again, you can find us on Cash App at the Stimulus Podcast or $ the Stimulus Podcast, all one word, as well as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter and all that stuff. Still, doing pretty much an episode a week and everything. We had some unforeseen circumstances come up this week, but we're trying to remain as consistent as reasonably possible. So,
yes.
Keep sticking with us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Turn on notifications and all that stuff. I'm gonna play your song again. Plug it though before we. I'm gonna let it be the like the play that's out because I can't control the volume or whatever. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is my new single, Mathematics. It'll be out next week. It'll probably be out this weekend. Honestly, on all streaming platforms. Look out for that shit though. It's called Mathematics.
Okay. And then I'm gonna let this play out, and then so this is just be the outro. I'm gonna let the whole song play so that when people listen to it, it's like the entire song.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm gonna put this in the background.
Yeah, follow me on social media too. Vision the Great on Instagram and Snapchat. BYSONTHE Great, and then follow me at Vision Hunter on YouTube and Book and Face. That's Facebook for all you people.
All right, man, and we are signing out. We about to play. Is one of the singles you had on the radio? It's been on the radio, right?
Yep. This is the single for my upcoming project, Genesis, entitled Genesis, and the song is Mathematics.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it, man. But with that, that's been episode 16 of the Stimulus Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in and hang around for this song. So here we go.
For sure.
Best. You better be guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money. That's all they respect, so run up a check, but sleep with a tech. And make sure you coming correct, cause you could get stressed over money. 2 + 2, yeah, that equals 4, but shit, play by play, well, that equals more. So I'm counting these dividends. They probably figure I never win. Underwear my grind and excellent, and my rhyming and timing so eloquently. Shifting up gears, I can barely see them now. Wake up, fiending for that green I'm clinging to. The idea of change, long as it makes some change. Otherwise, it's the same. That's why I just want the money. You keep the rest, that's too much stress. I must confess.
Y'all keep all that
Better be
politics
guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money.
You said what?
No, I was telling niggas
respect,
keep the
so run up a
politics
check,
on.
but slip with a tag. And make sure you come in correct, cause you can get stressed over money.
More or less, these niggas more or less. And you gotta strive while you alive. And make no excuses or truces. Only absorb energy that produces.
I just want the money. You keep the rest, that's too much stress. I must confess. You better be guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money. That's all they respect, so run up a check, but sleep with a tech. And make sure you come in correct, cause you can get stressed over money.